Hi, my name's Romney and welcome to the Life Graduate YouTube channel. So in my channel, I like to be able to try and help you or self-publishers scale their publishing business that hopefully you can actually build it to be able to be in a position where you can leave your full-time job. So in this video, I'm going to be doing the 10 tips in 10 minutes that I think that will help you be able to scale up your business. So let's get into it. Right, so here we go. We've got 10 minutes to try and get through 10 tips. So my first one would be research. Research the key areas that you think will be the best for your low content books. So there's different research methods that you can go through, and I'm going to do another video about the research and the best ways of finding those profitable niche areas that are going to give your book the best opportunity of being able to scale. Because research is key to initial title generation and being able to get in those categories which aren't saturated, where you can actually generate some great book sales from both low content and no content books. So my number one tip would be make sure you research properly. Number two would be the quality of your book cover. So it particularly means, or the importance of book cover design is particularly important for low content and no content, more so even no content, because your manuscript is pretty much only going to be line journals or blank pages. It's going to be in a format where the internals probably won't be much at all. So your cover design needs to be spot on. And you need to be able to create designs that get those clicks and get people buying your book. So book cover, and you would have heard it before, that you need to make sure that your book cover is standing out from the crowd, because people do judge a book by its cover. And if you don't get that right, particularly for low content books, then you probably won't get any sales. Number three is your launch strategy. So launching your book the right way is important, because without the right launch strategy, then you're probably likely to be able to fall flat when you initially launch your book. So I will create a video in regards to the launch strategy that I use so that you can actually launch it, try and get some book reviews, get those initial sales happening, particularly for the first 30 days of the Amazon algorithm, and then build it from there so you start to get some organic sales. And it also depends on your niche area and when you should actually probably launch and how long that launch period needs to be able to build up those sales. Number three is to market using Amazon ads. Now, some of you that are doing low content or no content books may be limited on your budget. But now with over 45 million books on Amazon, you do need to be seen. And if you're not being seen, your book's not going to be purchased by customers. So it's one of those things where you need to invest a little bit of money, particularly in the first 30 days, to get your book ranking. And if you're not prepared to invest in the marketing side of things, well, you shouldn't expect your book to burst out of the gates. There might be occasional book that could do really, really well without marketing, but these days, because of how competitive this space is getting, you do need to make sure that you are giving your book some airtime, the ability for people to be able to see it, eyeballs on your cover. The next thing is to be consistent. So when I mean consistency, that means that you need to continue to create the books. People tend to create maybe 5, 10 books and then think that that's enough to create the passive income. But it's not. You need to keep creating. You need to keep building on your portfolio, and you need to give it some good time to be able to build as well. Because some books do take up to 12 months, even longer, to start getting some traction. So be consistent with your approach and make sure that you're applying all your skills that you're learning through the videos that I'm giving you all the time. And so you might need to give us some time up in the mornings or afternoons if you're working in the middle of the day to be able to develop that consistency. The next one is a price launch that's going to be consistent with other books out there. So there's no point creating a book that might be worth $7.95 on the market where most of the books are priced, and you pricing your book at around about maybe $9, $10 US. You need to ensure that your book is going to be competitive in your space. And when you launch your book, it's one of those things that you need to carefully consider. But you might need to take or trim a little bit of the price off to get those initial organic sales and reviews, so that when you do get those, then you can start to maybe increase that price a little bit, just gradually, incrementally. The next thing is to have step number 7 or tip number 7 would be to establish goals for self-publishing. There's a lot of people that I know just go into publishing without any sort of goals. They're not sure how many sales they want to get, how many books they want to publish, and if they do set goals, it might be only for 1 month. Well, in the publishing game, you do need to probably think 12 months in advance and start to plan out when your books are going to be launched, the times of the year when your books are more likely to sell than other times. For example, it might be a Mother's Day book area, so you need to plan around when the Mother's Day is happening in the US, in Canada, in the UK, because it can differ. So make sure that you plan well in advance, and that will give you some momentum knowing what you've got looking forward as well. The number 8 is consider a broader market. So many people think only the US market is where their books could sell. However, I've found that a lot of my books do sell very, very well in the UK and Canada as well. So you can think about different markets. You might even want to translate some books to be in different markets as well. So think about the German market or the Spanish market, Italian, France, those sort of areas where you can, or French market where you can actually think about the different translations as well. Number 9. Invest in great software. So in a lot of my videos, I use software such as Canva, BookBolt, Publisher Rocket. They're all software. It's software which will create efficiency, but also help you to build that professionalism around your brand and your publishing business. The software might be $10, $15 per month as a subscription. But if you're going to publishing, you need to think of your business as a growth, long-term, passive income business. And if you invest in your business and invest the right way, you'll get returns on that in the way that your books will sell. So if you invest in good software for building a great cover, that will in return help you develop more sales. So the software is important, and you may have to be paying $100, $200 per month in different subscriptions to ensure that your book is being seen, but you'll get that back in return for quality books. And the last one is to give it to at least a minimum of 12 months with your publishing. Too many people decide, they see the publishing book model, business model. They publish their first 1, 2, 3, 5 books, maybe 10 books, and they don't see much of an impact in regards to sales. Well, have they considered the things or the areas that I've mentioned in this video? Have they considered the quality of that book cover? Have they made sure that the contents are high quality? Have they marketed the book on AMS, on the Amazon Marketing Services? They're the things that you need to consider as a self-publisher. And you do need to be consistent in your approach for 12 months. You should be, some people say, well, how many books do I need to be generating 10,000 revenue? Well, for some people, it might be 5 books. Some people, it might be 250 books. Everyone's journey is going to be different. And you need to make sure that you're planning ahead for 12 months and you have a consistent approach without stopping, without giving up for that 12-month period, and be 99% of the time that after 12 months you actually see some really good momentum and see what it's about and applying yourself. So there we have it. There's my 10 tips in 10 minutes. I really wouldn't know how long it has been. I'm hoping it's 10 minutes, and I hope you enjoyed these tips that will help your self-publishing to scale. So all the best, and I'll see you in our next video, and make sure you subscribe and click the thumbs up and like it, and also the subscription bell as well. Anyway, notification bell. I'm still getting used to YouTube. Hopefully that helps. See ya. Bye.